McKish almost called for a penalty there. He lost his stick and races off the ice. Spencer takes over the puck and floats it up across for Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf racing in near side. Middendorf around the net. Middendorf pass in. Spencer was hit. Small gets it. A shot kick save from Gudridge. Comes up for Small on the goal line. Brant Doobie over far side. And Sazenberry kicks it to Lefevre to clear the zone. Toros had to get out beyond the blue line. Gives the Shamrocks some space. Spencer pokes it away, and the Shamrocks are going to be forced to retreat here. Comes over for Noah Surgot. Surgot floats one in on net. Svedin will play it off for John Small. Small, a pass up for, or that was Tui passing to Small. Small gets it back to Tui. Tui across the center line, across the blue line, floats one in on net. It was saved by Gudridge, who lets it down for Masiewski's. Masiewski's looking far side, but it got by as now Masiewski's gets it back. Masiewski's fires a shot wide right of the net. Comes up in the near corner for Mahler. Mahler had it taken away. Still up on the left wing as the Shamrocks take it back into the neutral ice. Zach Boren's going to dump it in. Comes around for Adam Mahler. And Mahler is able to avoid a Shamrock that hit the ice. Mahler gets it over to Fleming. Fleming off the stick of Jochums and beyond the goal line. Visnapu takes it for the Shamrocks. Chips it into the near corner for Ryan Ginger. Ginger turns it over. Jochums and Owens going to work on the puck there as this line has played very well so far. Far side, Joe Rice has room as the Toros getting a change in. Up for Ginger. Ginger dumps it in beyond the goal line. Jack Edwards has some space. Edwards, long pass across. Toros take it up into the neutral ice. Comes into the near corner for Fleming, and Fleming took a whack at it. Bartley gets back to it. Newman poked it free. A shot save, and Gudridge falls on it. What a look there from Leo Sabulis, who got a lot of velocity behind that puck from short range. As we take a look at the upcoming matchups for the Toros. Toros return home to the Mesa Arena to take on the Aberdeen Wings. That'll be next Friday and Saturday, February 28th and March 1st. Farmers Union Food Drive is on March 1st. 3 non-perishable food items or $10 will get you a special Toros jersey as play resumes here at Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. Boren up the near side for Brant Doobie. Doobie's going to chip it down into the corner, comes around behind for Kevin Perreault. Perreault knocked down to the ice, and that's going to be a penalty against the Shamrocks. And the Toros are going to go on the first Western Bank and Trust power play with 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the first period. We'll see who was the offender for the Shamrocks. It is Ryan Murphy who's heading to the box. So they'll bring the drop here to the right of Gudridge. Toros will have a 5-on-4. They hold the 2-1 lead. We'll see if they can extend that lead to 3-1 before heading to the first break. First power play unit out on the ice for the Toros. Jesse Ahala taking the draw. Billy Batten and Jack O'Hanneson to his right and left. Ian Spencer and Adam Mahler up top. And Yahala called off, so Billy Batten comes in to take the drop. Shamrocks win the faceoff, but it goes right to O'Hanneson. O'Hanneson up to the far point. Toros lost it, and Owen Chartier quickly clears it all the way down the ice. Svedin goes out to play the puck, gives it to Adam Mahler. Mahler flips it back beyond for Jesse Yahala. Yahala, a pass across. Mahler up for O'Hanneson. O'Hanneson enters the Shamrock zone. O'Hanneson pressured, but Billy Batten there to help him out. Comes around beyond the goal line for Shepard. Shepard floats it up far side. Spencer's going to send it right back around the boards. O'Hanneson on the half wall gets it down to Batten, and Batten pushed away from the puck by Visnapu. Chartier chips it up off the boards, and it's going to come down the ice once again, allowing the Shamrocks to make some changes on the penalty kill. Toros set to break out of their zone, and they do. It's up for Ian Spencer. Spencer races ahead on the near side, and Spencer is knocked down to the ice Adam Mahler, a pass across the blue line for Yahala. Yahala walks in, gets it down for Ohanneson, and Carter Sproul is able to flip it all the way down the ice as Ian Spencer is hobbling over to the bench. Spencer in a little bit of pain as the Toros reset. 45 seconds remain on the power play. Fleming had that one intercepted and quickly cleared by Elliot McKish as Svedin is out to drop it for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs takes it behind the net of Svedin and now passes it up for John Small. Small floats it over in front for Gibbs. Gibbs gets it to Middendorf. Middendorf right back up to Noah Gibbs, over to Fleming. Top of the zone, Jordan Gibbs over to the near half wall for John Small. Small with some space, taking his time, looking inside. Jochim's in front of the net, and that puck somehow found the glove of Mason Gudridge through a lot of traffic. As Noah Gibbs got the tip out in front as we take a look at the replay here. And Gudridge almost looked down at his glove and said, "Oh, look what I found." As there's the tip from Gibbs, Jochim screening up in front of the net. Good work from the Toros, nothing results. 11 seconds to go on the power play. Chuck Owens and Carter Sproul taking the draw. Owens gets it, hit off the official, comes up for Ty James over to the near side. Gibbs gives it back to James. A one-timer comes up wide right. Knocked around by Visnapu as the Shamrocks are back at full strength. Carter Sproul down in the far corners. Sproul gets it up off the boards, and now Sproul takes it neutral ice. Sproul racing ahead, the center of the ice, as the Shamrocks are whistled for offsides. Offsides brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. As we have 79 seconds to play here in the first period, Toros 13 shots on goal to the Shamrocks 7. Jack Ohanneson and Noah Gibbs have given the Toros a 2-1 lead. Drop coming in the neutral ice. As great play by Chuck Owens to get it by the defender, but the Shamrocks quickly swipe it away, and that should be another penalty. As Noah Gibbs was tackled to the ground, there's no arm up in the air. I mean, this is absolutely absurd if there's no call. And there's not going to be a call. Wow, the Shamrocks dodge a bullet there. We'll see if we get a replay on that, but Noah Gibbs just got taken down from behind. Perhaps a missed call there will keep the Shamrocks at full strength with 1 minute and 7 seconds to play in the first period. Fleming, a pass up center of the ice looking for Yahala. Comes over back into the neutral ice as the Shamrocks get it down to Svedin. Svedin out of the net, off the skate of Fleming. Up near side, taken over by the Shamrocks down in the Toro zone. Floats beyond the goal line. And down behind the net is Spencer Sassenberry. Sassenberry has it taken away. Comes up for Ohanneson. Ohanneson across for Landon Fleming. Fleming gets it to Billy Batten. Batten across the blue line. In shot. Saved by Gudridge, and Shepard was first to the rebound. Coming back now, Travis Lafleur. Lafleur is going to knock it off the wall and chase down the puck in the near corner. Lafleur pressed up by Adam Mahler. Shamrocks take it back. Comes out to Billy Batten. 15 seconds to go in the first period as Batten is going to let that one float beyond the goal line of Gudridge. 8 seconds to go, and that looks like this should be all in the first period. Up for Delevka. Delevka is going to knock it around far side. Chuck Owens is there, and the horn sounds in the first period. An eventful first 20 minutes of action, and the Toros take a 2-1 lead into the first intermission. And if you're head coach Cody Campbell, what you're really hoping from that period is that goal number 1 for Noah Gibbs is able to get him going moving forward. You saw all the guys fired up for Gibbs as Gibbs headed over to the bench after the goal. As the Toros leave the ice, we'll see if Lauren Hill has Noah Gibbs down sideline. We'll step aside here from Prairie's Lakes Ice Arena. When we come back, Lauren Hill will be down by the rink with likely Noah Gibbs.
When facing
Stay
disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report. We'll send it on down to Lauren Hill, who's down with Noah Gibbs on the sideline.
Thank you, Evan. All right, I am here with Noah Gibbs. You scored your first goal in the Cream and Cardinal tonight. Can you walk us through that play?
Yeah, it took a little longer than expected, but no, it's just a great feed by Smallsy there, and she kind of went in, so glad I got my first.
Yeah, we are too. Obviously, the goalie situation here in Watertown is known. There was a fight last week. Their starting goalie is not starting today. Did that have any range in changes of anything that y'all made in the locker room?
Not really. I mean, our team, we play really structured games, so we just got to play our game and don't worry about anything else and just kind of go out there and do our thing.
Is there anything that we need to tighten up in the second and third period to get out of here with more of a win?
Yeah, just less turnovers around the blue, I think. Got to get pucks deep, go to work, and we should be rewarded.
All right, thank you, Noah. Thank you. All right, back to you, Evan.
That was Lauren Hill with Noah Gibbs. We'll step aside here on the Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report. We'll come back with highlights from the first period and scores around the league. Stay tuned.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started, I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and like so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
Back here with the Forebears Casino and Lodge intermission report as we take a look at highlights from the first period between the Toros and the Watertown Shamrocks. Toros got out on the board first as it was fed into Jack O'Hanison in the slot after it was taken away on the goal line by Jesse Ahala. O'Hanison fired it in and the Toros drew first blood, taking a 1-0 lead. Shamrocks would have a response just minutes later as the puck floated up on the right wing. Crashing far side was Joe Rice, and Rice had the puck fed perfectly to his stick. He tied the game up at 1. And here it's Noah Gibbs rifling one in to give the Toros a 2-1 lead on what was Gibbs' first goal as a Toro, his 6th goal of the season, with his first 5 coming back with the Janesville Jets. Taking a look at shots on goal that period, the Toros outshot the Shamrocks 2-1, 14-7 was the final shot on goal tally. Similarly, Toros lead the Shamrocks right now 2-1 as we take a look at scores around the NAHL. Maryland Black Bears holds a 1-0 lead over the Elmira Aviators in the second intermission. Philadelphia Rebels up 3-1 over the Northeast Generals as the third period is just underway there. The New Jersey Titans up 4-2 on the Danbury Hat-Tricks in the second intermission. Maine Nordiques 2-1 over the Johnstown Tomahawks. 9 minutes remaining in the second period there. Rochester Junior Americans 3-0 over the New Hampshire Mountain Kings midway through the second. Now in the Central Division, this will be a good game to keep an eye on. St. Cloud Norseman holds a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Mallards. Norseman currently in 5th place in the Central Division, just 1 point behind the Aberdeen Wings as they battle for that final playoff spot. Corpus Christi Ice Rays tied with the Oklahoma Warriors at 1. That one's at the first intermission. Wisconsin Wendigo 3-0 lead over the Springfield Junior Blues, also at the first intermission. Chippewa Steel 1-0 lead over the Anchorage Wolverines at the first break there too. Fairbanks Ice Dogs 1-0 over the Janesville Jets at the first intermission. Austin Bruins up 2-0 over the North Iowa Bulls, also at the first intermission. Austin Bruins are in 3rd place right now in the Central Division, just 1 point behind the Toros. 2 points behind the Toros, 1 point behind the Bobcats, as the Bruins have played one less game than the Bobcats and the Toros, so it's unclear of exactly where things stand right now between those top 3 teams because of the disparity in games played, but nonetheless, the Bruins are a team to keep an eye on, as are the Bobcats. Bobcats holds a 2-0 lead over the Aberdeen Wings with time ticking down in the first period. Kenai River Brown Bears a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Wilderness late in the first period. Odessa Jackalopes and New Mexico Ice Wolves are scoreless halfway through the first. Lone Star Brahmas and El Paso Rhinos are yet to drop the puck, and the Shreveport Mudbugs and Colorado Grit will be starting shortly as well. We'll step aside here on the Forebears Casino and Lodge intermission report. We'll come back with more after this break.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
which is
red
way
flag.
weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say thank you.
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts, and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Welcome back to Prairie Lakes Ice Arena here in Watertown, South Dakota, as we're at the first intermission between the Watertown Shamrocks and the Minot Minotauros. The Toros hold a 2-1 lead over the Shamrocks as Noah Gibbs had the final goal of that period. Gibbs getting his first goal as a Toro. I know there was a lot of excitement down on the ice when the goal happened, but you got to speak with Gibbs. What was it? Was it relief? Was it joy? How was he feeling?
It was a whole lot of excitement. He got off the ice. I have a ritual, as most people do, where you give a nice fist bump to every player. I told him, "You're my interview," and his whole face lit up. I congratulated him off camera, and he said, "I hope to be doing much more of that in the Cream and Cardinal jerseys." Also, he was my player to watch, and he said, "Thank you so much. I need to go back and watch that. What exactly is that streaming on so I can go and cut the clips and have his goal and the fact that someone predicted that he was going to score?"
Yeah.
So.
And this has been a long time coming for Gibbs. You've seen Gibbs. He's a guy that's put a lot of hard work in since coming here with the Toros. A brand new line put together as Braden Jochums came over from the Portland Winterhawks at a similar time, along with Chuck Owens. And those three have continued to develop and develop and develop over about the past month or two. You've seen Jochums see dividends of that work as he's now had 3 goals over his past 4 games. And it's fantastic to see Gibbs finally getting one in
Yes,
the
I
back of the
agree.
net. But Lauren, obviously every day we're on Toros All Access Monday to Thursday when we are back home at the Pepsi rink. But we just thought we'd let the fans know what's been happening and maybe what's coming up this week.
Yes, a shameless plug to Toros All Access. Like Evan said, we do host it every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 3 p.m. Central. We go live and we talk about literally all things Minotauros. From Monday, we talk about the Monday recap of what happened over the weekend. There's highlights in there. There's stats thrown in there. Typically, Mondays are pretty much the same, as well as Thursdays we do weekend previews of the upcoming weekend, but Tuesday and Wednesday are more of our fun content days. So this past week, just to give an example, Tuesday we had a Mic'd Up on there, as well as we had a partnership video with Visit Minot. So the Minotauros and Visit Minot have a collaboration where they take me, as I am not from Minot, North Dakota, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and all these players are not from Minot either. So we take me and a player, multiple players, and we go and do little activities around Minot to display different things that you can do in downtown Minot, outside of Minot, just different kind of things, from bowling to escape rooms to, we did a Christmas carpool karaoke back in December, which was, the Oak Park Lights, Sertoma Club. That was really fun. Even the players had a lot of fun doing that. Actually, we're filming an escape room next week, so that should be really fun. To give you a little look into that, that'll be me and a couple players, including Ian Spencer, John Small, Braden Jockums, Lucas Svedin will be trapped in an escape room trying to escape, and we got 60 minutes to do it. So I think that'll be very interesting to watch. But Toros All Access, it's very inclusive of just everything from, obviously we talk about hockey, but we also do sit-down interviews and get to know the players and do background on them, as well as we're trying to add more community into Toros All Access. So last week we actually had an interview with Emma Palmer, and she works in our penalty box for Toros games as well as men's Beaver hockey games. And she does a lot, as well as she owns a photography business. So we want to give kudos to people that have small businesses in Minot as well that also help our organization grow, as we want to help their organization grow. So please watch. Please go back and watch. Please watch this week. We would love to have you.
Coming up this week on Monday, we'll talk about this series against the Watertown Shamrocks. Tuesday, we'll take a look at some of the tape work on Toros Sticks. We'll have an interview with either head coach Cody Campbell or assistant coach Tyler Ebner on Wednesday, and then we'll preview next weekend series against the Aberdeen Wings. But with that, that'll take, as we take a look at the information for next weekend's series at home back at the Pepsi rink against the Aberdeen Wings, February 28th and March 1st. On March 1st, we'll have the Farmers Union Food Drive. Bring 3 non-perishable food items or $10 to get a very cool USA-themed Toros hockey jersey.
If you go back and watch All Access on Thursday, you can see what that jersey looks like.
And Puck Drop will be at 7:35 p.m. both of those days. That'll do it here for the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. When we come back, action in the second period between the Toros and the Shamrocks. Stay tuned.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com. The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Welcome back to Prairie's Lakes Ice Arena here in Watertown, South Dakota. The Minot Minotauros hold a 2-1 lead over the Watertown Shamrocks coming out of the first break. Toros doubled up the Shamrocks both in score and in shots on goal as the Toros pretty much controlled the entirety of the first 20 minutes. Apologies to those who are tuning in on Facebook. We will try and get my camera up and working shortly. Back on the ice is the starting units for both teams. Jesse Yahala, Billy Batten, Jack O'Hannison, Adam Mahler, and Landon Fleming on the ice for the Toros. Lucas Fedin in net, who has made 6 saves, allowing 1 goal through 20 minutes of play. Yahala in the center circle wins the drop for the Toros, goes to Adam Mahler, and Mahler sends one in on net. And Mason Gudridge, as he couldn't handle the puck cleanly, is forced to sit on it. So the Toros will be rewarded with a drop in the Shamrock zone just 6 seconds into the second period. Same players going to take the drop, Yahala and Sazenberry. O'Hannison lined up in the shooting hole. Yahala wins it back, but the Shamrocks quickly take it away as Mahler was forced to retreat. Comes up near side and down into the Toro zone is Travis Lafleur. Lafleur gets around Fleming, but Fleming's pressure pays off as he gets back to the puck, gets it over to Adam Mahler. Mahler up for Billy Batten. Batten through the legs of Sazenberry to Mahler. Mahler over to Yahala. Yahala enters the Shamrock zone and lets the puck float down into the corner. Shamrocks sweep it around. Batten's there on the far side to knock the puck right back around for Landon Fleming. Fleming lets it go up to the point for Mahler. Mahler takes a swipe at it as it comes up on the half wall for Yahala. Gets it to Mahler. Mahler across the blue line looking for Fleming. Couldn't find him as the Shamrocks take control of the puck. Quickly dump it in. Svedin will leave it for Jesse Yahala as the Shamrocks were getting a change. Yahala knocked to the ground. That could have been a trip there as the officials probably missed one in the first period and might have missed another one there. Toros now going to get a change of their own in as the Shamrocks will take it out of their zone. Up into the neutral ice and floated down beyond the goal line. Ryan Ginger is beat by Jordan Gibbs to the puck. Gibbs looking for Noah Gibbs on the half wall. Kicked down into the corner now by Masayevskis, comes beyond the goal line. Ryan Ginger takes it back up. Ginger drops it for Grant Gardner. Gardner looking up to the point. Middendorf got some pressure in there. Shamrocks keep possession of the puck. Ginger down to Masayevskis. Masayevskis up to the point, tried to keep it in. And now Middendorf has it right side. Middendorf with space. Middendorf wraparound try, saved by Gudridge. Middendorf had a wraparound goal just a couple weeks ago as the Shamrocks clear the puck all the way down the ice. Ty James goes to get the puck as the Shamrocks were getting a change. Pass comes into the neutral ice, delayed offsides against the Shamrocks. Lets John Small take it back, gives it to Perreault. Perreault, pass across, tipped up, way up into the air. goes behind the cage of Mason Gudridge. Comes up near side beyond the blue line into the neutral ice, now into the Toro zone, but Connor Tui is there. Tui to James. James up to Sabulis. Sabulis from the red line off the skates of the Shamrocks, and Dimitris Delevka takes it back. Delevka with some space up for Chartier. Chartier hands it off as the Shamrocks enter the Toro zone. It's Brant Doobie, but Doobie was angled out by Jack Edwards, who gets it to Ty James. James, a pass up center of the ice, had that one poked free as Lafleur takes it. Lafleur pass across, shot, saved by Svedin. Great look from Cam Markham, but Svedin was there, top of the zone. Another shot, and now they score. Cam Markham had a great opportunity just about 10 seconds before. Markham gets the puck back in prime position, and that time he's able to capitalize as the Shamrocks have now tied this game up at 2. Well, as we take a look at the replay here, puck comes up for Bartley. Bartley gets it into Markham, and Markham's one-timer gets by Lucas Svedin. And despite the Toros controlling most of this game, it's now tied up at 2 with 17 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the second period. Shamrocks take it back into their zone. Off the stick of Lafleur, Gibbs gets in the way as the puck comes back to Landon Fleming in the Toro zone. Fleming pressed up into the corner by Cam Markham. Elliot McKish comes to Sazenberry, top of the zone. One-timer Svedin is able to save that one. So the drop will come to the right of Lucas Svedin with 16:46 to play in the second period. Quite the momentum shift here at Prairie's Lakes Ice Arena. Chuck Owens' unit out on the ice for the Toros. Owens to take the face-off, going up against Spencer Sazenberry. And Owens gets it out to the side wall. Long shot is blocked by Jochums. Shoveled down beyond the goal line, comes behind the net of Svedin. Mahler takes it from Sazenberry. Mahler across off the skate of Gibbs, right to the stick of Chuck Owens as Owens lobs one down beyond the goal line, avoiding a big hit from Carter Spruill. Coming up the ice now are the Shamrocks. Shamrocks into the neutral ice on the far side. Gibbs pressing a Shamrock to the ground. Looks like off sides perhaps. A whistle came, unclear of what for. We'll get a drop in the neutral ice with 16:16 to play in the second period, with both sides knotted at 2. As we take a look at the numbers from Mason Gudridge coming into this game, .792 save percentage, over 7 goals average against, but then again, folks, he's only played about 40 minutes of hockey in the NAHL entering this game. Comes down into the Shamrock zone. They have the puck. It's Zach Boren. Boren gets it up, now gets it back as the Toros were able to get a stick in there. Comes into the neutral ice where Jack O'Hanneson will float it down to Mason Gudridge. Gudridge leaves it beyond the goal line, comes up near side. Pressuring is Hubert Clark. Clark gets it down far side. A shot comes in. Save made by Gudridge, up for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs' shot floats wide right. And either the puck hit the netting, the goal came unlodged. Looks like the goal came undone, as that's what the officials are tending to out on the ice. 15:39 to play here in the second period. As we'll take a look at some more social check-ins. The Brits checking in from Minot. Play quickly resumes, though, into the slot and quickly cleared out to the half wall. Comes into the neutral ice. James sweeps it across for Kevin Perreault. Perreault off a stick into the far corner. Gavin gets it up into the neutral ice. No Shamrocks there to greet the puck, so Perreault takes it back up for Billy Batten. Batten on the left side enters the Shamrock zone. Batten floats it beyond the goal line where Bourne is there. Bourne gets it up to the half wall, but Perreault takes over for the Toros down to Batten. Batten beyond the goal line. Baden looking for help, gets it from Yahala. Yahala had his pass intercepted by the Shamrocks as here they come. It's fired in, and the Shamrocks will get a change. Chartier keeps it in the zone on the half wall and chips it down beyond the goal of Lucas Fedin. Up on the near side now as Rice took it away, but had it swiped by Ohanneson, who gets it to Yahala. Yahala sends it around the boards. Toros getting a change, so they're not going to be able to keep control of the puck. Shamrocks quickly up and tipped beyond the goal line. Fedin turns it around for Mahler. Mahler whacks it, can't get it out. Doobie's shot is blocked. John Small didn't know where it was. Comes down into the corner. Close range save by Fedin. Rebound is taken away by John Small. Middendorf will reset behind the net as Fedin for a controlled breakout here. Gavin Middendorf up to Landon Fleming. Fleming races across the center line, enters the Shamrock zone. Fleming up for Mahler. Mahler's long shot, kick save from Gudridge. Middendorf takes it up on the half wall. Middendorf knocked to the ground. This is going to be a penalty against the Shamrocks. And of all the tripping calls, interesting to see that the one that will send the Toros to the First Western Bank and Trust power play for the second time this game. As that appears to be Cam Markham, who will be called for tripping. 13:57 to go in the second period. As we take a look at the replay here, comes up onto the half wall. And there he goes down to the ground. Toros begin the power play. Get it up to Adam Mahler. Mahler, left point, across the blue line for Ian Spencer. Spencer drops it off right side back to Mahler. Mahler goes right back to Yahala down to the goal line. Baden had it knocked away. Yahala takes it, gets it back into Baden. Baden into the corner as the Shamrocks are applying heavy pressure on the penalty kill. Spencer has it beyond the goal. Spencer up to Ohanneson. Back down to Spencer, and the Shamrocks clear the puck. So they'll make some substitutions. Yahala back into the Toro zone, up onto the Prairies Lake Ice Arena logo. Puck goes out of play with 13 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second period. A minute and 17 seconds to go on the Toros power play. As the Toros have been without a response for the Shamrocks ever since Cam Markham tied this game up at 2. Shamrocks looking more competitive than they have in any of the first, well, I never saw the first 2 matchups against the Shamrocks, but any of the last 4 games, they certainly look more competitive. Beyond the goal line, it's swiped around the boards. Middendorf knocks it back down beyond the goal of Gudridge. Shamrocks still control the puck up on the near side. As Lafleur chases it down, Lafleur skates away with space, sweeps it off the boards, and it's going to come all the way down for Lucas Fedin. Fedin leaves it for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs across to John Small in the Toro zone. Small center of the ice, pass right side for Jochums. Jochums spinning away from a defender. Jochums finds Middendorf. Middendorf up top of the zone for Gibbs. Back over to the right side for John Small. Small drops it, quickly handed off for Middendorf. Middendorf wrapping around, pass in front, and cleared down by the Shamrocks. Fedin out to greet it once again. Just 14 seconds on the power play. Zach Boren got in the way of the pass from Fedin, but Boren couldn't handle it as it comes up for John Small. Small left to right, drops it off at the logo for Gibbs. Gibbs up to Middendorf, and Middendorf loses the puck as the Shamrocks are at full strike trying to find Cam Markham. As Markham was coming out of the box, Clark takes it away on the near corner. Up to Gibbs. Gibbs neutral ice now into the Shamrock zone. Gibbs takes it into the corner. Noah Gibbs now angled out in the far corner. Gibbs still trying to chase it down as it comes up for Ty James. James at the right point looking down on the wall. Shamrocks got in the way of the puck. The whistle blows and looks like offsides going to be called against the Toros. Offsides brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. Comes with 11 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the second period as we hit a media timeout. So we'll take a look at some more social check-ins. The Smalls checking in from Orlando Park, Illinois. Orleans Park, Illinois. Thanks, Ken. Booker's checking in from Minot. The Smet Ellis crew checking in from, oh boy, Medigoshi. Medigoshi. Giving it my best crack here. Aaron Bliven checking in. Charles Wilborn saying great first period. The Edwards grandparents watching from Toronto. Good to see them tuned in. Kings listening in from Velva. The Tim/Conrays checking in from their home. Sally B with the Chicago crew as play will get going out on the ice once again. Drop comes in the neutral ice. Yahala wins it. Stayed pretty much right on Yahala. They get it back to Huber Clark. Clark in the Toro zone. Comes up into the neutral ice near side. Had his pocket picked. Here come the Shamrocks 2-on-1 if they hurry. Shot blocked by Ty James. Great defensive play from James near corner as James gets it to Billy Baden. Baden floats it all the way across. Comes neutral ice for Jesse Yahala. Yahala pressured by two defenders as Yahala is taken down to the ice. Shamrocks come up back and forth neutral ice. Shot kick save from Svedin. Not much behind that shot. Markham in front of the net. Markham had it taken away by Landon Fleming. Fleming with some space, racing up the left sides. Chips it down into the corner as now Fleming hits the ice. A very physical game. Not many calls though. Carter Sproul up off the helmet of the official. Comes down for Adam Mahler. Mahler takes it beyond the goal of Svedin. Gets it over for Sabulis. Sabulis a long pass across for Parker Newman, and Newman's going to float it down into the near corner. Newman crashing in on his own puck. Can't control it. Newman gets it back. Newman into the slot looking for Adam Mahler. Mahler into the near corner. Whistle blows. We'll see what the call is here. And the Toros will go on the power play for the third time this game. Power play, First Western Bank and Trust power play with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Here in period number 2, Shay Gavin, the offender for the Shamrocks. Toros weren't able to do much on their last power play opportunity. We'll see if that changes here. Jesse Yahala to take the drop. Shamrocks win it straight back, fire it around the boards. Ian Spencer up on the far side, but that puck had gone out of play before it exited the zone, which will keep the drop down in the Shamrock zone. This time it will come on the right wing. We take a look at team leaders here. Well, a couple of things have changed. Ohanesen up to 54 points now. Ian Spencer 7th in the NAHL in points with 55 coming into tonight's matchup. Spencer on a 9-game point streak. Yahala gets it back to Spencer. Spencer takes it over right side. Spencer down into the corner, leaves it off for Baden. Baden right back down to Spencer. Spencer had it taken away. Shamrocks try to clear, kept in by Mahler. Mahler off the boards to the half wall, down into the corner for Spencer, up to Ohanesen. Ohanesen pressured by two defenders as Billy Baden can't control the puck. Comes up to Ohanesen, who keeps it in. Ohanesen didn't realize that there was no one next to him. Now the Shamrocks, a shorthanded opportunity. Shot, score! Spencer Sazenberry. A shorthanded goal for the Shamrocks. And the Shamrocks have a 3-2 lead as Prairie Lakes Ice Arena just got loud in a hurry. We'll take another look as Ohanesen just didn't realize that there was no one next to him in the neutral ice. A shorthanded 2-on-1. Sazenberry took the shot himself as the defender cut off the passing lane. and the Shamrocks able to capitalize. So the Toros trail for the first time tonight with 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Ty James up right side, dumps it in for Jochum. Still a minute, 10 seconds to go on the First Western Bank and Trust power play. Beyond the goal, coming inside, it's in the slot. Comes out for Middendorf, up to the point. Ty James, a long shot, hit traffic, comes out to the near corner, and it's cleared right over the shoulder of Gavin Middendorf. Still 49 seconds on the power play. John Small takes it up into the neutral ice. Small center of the ice across the blue line. Whiffed on the puck, and the Shamrocks take it out of the zone once again. One-on-one. Markham floats one into the slot. Sproul was tied up with James. Up center of the ice. Shot. Jochum's able to block it 2-on-2. Noah Gibbs has it. Gibbs across the blue line right side. Takes a shot of his own. Off the glass. Comes up John Small on the half wall. Down to Jochum's. Jochum's pressed up beyond the goal, leaves it. Shamrocks now lose the puck. 12 seconds to go on the power play as the Shamrocks clear once again. Nothing doing on the power play for the Toros, and they gave up a short-handed goal. Shamrocks lead 3-2. Jordan Gibbs. Newman didn't know it was there. Numbers again. Shot save from Svedin. Shot coming from Shea Gavin right as he was leaving the box. 7 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the second period. This was not how Cody Campbell envisioned this game going. The Shamrocks were applying heavy pressure on the penalty kill, sending 2 or 3 guys out to the puck, and the Toros just couldn't find the open man. They couldn't get away from the defenders. Forced a couple of turnovers, which led to the short-handed goal. Around near side for Sabulis. Sabulis, a pass across, intercepted by Masiewski. Shamrocks forced to take it back into the neutral ice. Masiewski's off the near wall, looking for Delevka. Delevka, near corner, a pass comes off the skate of Masiewski's. Gets wrapped around the boards. Connor Toohey up on the far side. Toohey, long pass looking for Sabulis. Intercepted by the Shamrocks once again. Puck pinballing in the Toro zone. Newman takes it out. Sabulis left side. Sabulis floated a shot in, was blocked. Still in the near corner as Justin Bartley takes over for Watertown. Bartley flips it up into the air. Newman puts it down in the neutral ice. Newman swats it in. Toros are going to change lines. Jordan Gibbs gets it up for Sabulis. Sabulis across for Chuck Owens. Owens centering pass. Jochums wasn't quite there. Crashing far side is Gibbs. Gibbs chips it down to the corner, back in for Gibbs. But Gibbs pressured by 2 defenders. Shamrocks take it away once again and flip the puck all the way down the ice. Icing is going to be called with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the second period. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center as we take another look at the Shamrocks' short-handed goal. Sazenberry taking it himself as Ty James dove to cut off the pass. 6:49 to play in the second period as that goal gave the Shamrocks a 3-2 lead. Toros able to get it back on the draw. Over right side for Adam Mahler. Mahler off the back glass. Jochums takes it back. Jochums sweeps it around the boards up for Fleming. Fleming left point, right back around. Noah Gibbs right behind the cage of Gudridge. Gibbs in front of the net. Still loose in the slot. And it's covered up by Mason Gudridge as now Chuck Owens is tied up in the far corner. And this one looks very friendly considering the bad blood between these two teams, as Chuck Owens and looks like Cam Markham, or perhaps that was Masiewski's, were holding on to each other in the corner, but nothing comes of it as we hit another media timeout. 6:31 to go in the second period. The Shamrocks a 3-2 lead courtesy of Spencer Sazenberry's shorthanded goal. As we take a look at the Central Division standings, Toros up into first place on a 13-game winning streak, 33-9-1, 1 point ahead of the Bismarck Bobcats, who are 1 point ahead of the Austin Bruins. Those three teams clustered up at the top of the Central Division. Aberdeen and St. Cloud, a wide margin between them and Austin, but Aberdeen just 1 point ahead of St. Cloud as they battle for that final playoff spot in the Central Division. Bismarck has a 3-1 lead over Aberdeen, and St. Cloud is leading the Minnesota Mallards 2-0. Thank you, Ken. Austin's up 2-0 on North Iowa, but what that means is if the scores hold, St. Cloud will move into 4th place and will move into positioning for the final playoff spot. Action resumes on the ice. Shamrocks win it off the draw. Comes around up for Cam Markham. Markham, a pass was put down to the ice and now chipped into the corner. Adam Mahler first to the puck. Mahler avoids 2 defenders. Had a pass blocked. Comes up on the My Place logo. Now back in for Visnapu, who fires it into the far corner. Comes around the boards for Mahler once again. Mahler floats one way up into the air. It hits the rafters with 6 minutes and 2 seconds to play. So they'll drop it to the right of Svedin. Toros 19 shots on goal to the Shamrocks 14. But the Shamrocks are out shooting the Toros 7-5 in this period. And the Shamrocks have the period's only 2 goals. John Small and Sensor Sazenberry in the circle. Small is going to be called off, and Ian Spencer comes in to take the drop for the Toros. Spencer gets it back off the draw. Spencer up into the neutral ice looking for Middendorf. Middendorf trapped up. Had it taken away by McKish. McKish hit by Spencer, but gets it down to Svedin. Svedin taps it beyond the goal line. Perot gets it to Small. Small up into the neutral ice. Shamrocks have a little time to reset. Long pass across. A beautiful pass. McKish couldn't take advantage. McKish's pass off the skates of Ian Spencer comes near corner. Travis Lafleur trying to get around Kevin Perot. Fans wanted perhaps a holding call. Back beyond the goal line, Middendorf on the half wall. Middendorf can't clear the puck. John Small takes it, and Small exits the Toro zone. Small gets around Lafleur across the blue line on the right side. Small spinning away from his defender. John Small making room for himself on the right side before he lost it. Shamrocks float one all the way down the ice. Who's going to win the race? Jordan Gibbs does. No icing is called, however. Lafleur behind Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs gets it to Jesse Yahala. Yahala's going to shovel one up into the neutral ice. Shamrocks send it right back in. Jordan Gibbs takes the puck back now for the Toros. Gibbs sweeps one over for Ohanesen. Ohanesen past to Batten in the neutral ice. Batten enters the Shamrock zone. Yahala on the left side. Leaves it for Ohanesen. A shot comes up off the glass. Tui gets there on the right side. Floats it back down. But the Shamrocks are going to shovel it up into the air. Tui tried to make a leaping catch there. Down into the Shamrock zone. As they get it to the neutral ice. Shamrocks going for a change, but they're able to dump the puck into Svedin. Svedin up around near side, gets it to Batten. Batten on the dot in the Toro zone. Batten into the neutral ice. Batten hits it off Zach Boren. Toro's going to be called for a delayed offsides there as play resumes. Comes up now, handed off for Rice, but taken away by Jesse Yahala. Yahala up into the neutral ice where it's put down by the Shamrocks. Shamrocks have it back. A whiff there by Joe Rice. Gibbs clears it back down. William Shepard has it in the Shamrock zone. Shepard to pass across as the Shamrocks charge up the ice. It's Owen Chartier. Chartier flips one over towards Svedin. Svedin comes out of the net and drops it for Connor Tui. Tui swivels away in the Toro zone. Over for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs gets it to Chuck Owens. Owens on the left side. Pass inside. Just beyond the reach. Back down into the corner. Jochum's trying to chase it down. Unable to do so. Fleming puts it down in the neutral ice. Sends one down beyond the goal of Mason Gudridge. 3 minutes to play in period number 2. As it comes up into the neutral ice. 1-on-1. Good stick work there from Adam Mahler to knock it out to the boards. Mahler now takes the puck. gives it to Jochums. Mahler sweeps it over for Noah Gibbs. Gibbs enters the zone. Chuck Owens was offsides, no call. Fleming beyond the goal line, floats one in front of the net. It gets kicked back to the boards. Carter Sproul, and Sproul laying a big hit, but Jochums takes the puck. Clean hit there as it was into the chest. Another two players hit the deck. Puck comes over far side, up for Sproul. Sproul's going to tap it down into the Toros zone. Svedin flips it over, looking for Ty James. Cam Markham got in the way. James ties up Markham, which allows Middendorf to take the puck. Over for Ian Spencer. Spencer racing up the ice. Ian Spencer left side, centers a pass, comes out to the far wall. James retreating wisely on defense, 2-on-2. It's put down by LaFear. LaFear forced to turn around by Ty James. Great defensive pressure from Ty James as Ian Spencer hits the deck. In the slot, Sazenberry takes it back, drops it off. Long shot. Svedin stood up to make the save, goes off the blocker and into the netting with 1:38 to go in the second period. A very physical game, a lot of big hits coming over the past few minutes. Shamrocks leading by 1. And ultimately, for the Toros, the negative part of this period has been their power play opportunities where they weren't able to generate much, if any, pressure as the Shamrocks got the go-ahead goal to this point short-handed. Markham and Sazenberry have this period's goals for the Shamrocks. And quickly floats beyond the blue line right off the draw. In for Grant Gardner. Gardner over center of the ice, but Billy Batten got in the way of the pass, and Batten is able to tap it down beyond the goal line. O'Hannison pressuring. Jesse Yahala angled down on the half wall. Off the skates of Jordan Gibbs in the neutral ice. Comes on the near half wall for Grant Gardner. Billy Batten going to work. It's in the skates of Gardner as Jesse Yahala takes it away, and Yahala pushed down to the ice. Masiewski floats a shot in, it goes in. It went through the legs of Lucas Svedin. Svedin couldn't believe it, and the Shamrocks lead 4-2. We'll take a look at the replay. It might not have even been on net. It's Masiewski's center of the ice. Turns, gets one in. Svedin, yeah, that shot wasn't out on net. Svedin was going to his right to play it. It came off the inside of his right pad and deflected into the back of the net. A rare mistake for Lucas Svedin as the Shamrocks lead 4-2 in what has been a stunning second period. Noah Gibbs lets it go down to Mason Gudridge. Braden Jochums takes it in the near corner. Up for Landon Fleming. Fleming a long shot into the glove of Mason Gudridge. 44.9 seconds to play in the second period. Final minute brought to you by Northern Plains Equipment. We'll see if that goal maybe sets a fire under the Toros. You just haven't seen much energy this period from the guys in the Cream and Cardinal. And on the other hand, that's exactly what you've seen from the Shamrocks on the penalty kill, pressuring the puck. And even though it hasn't necessarily been a clean game for the Shamrocks, I think they've definitely played with just a little bit more energy, a little bit more of a boost. Drop comes down into the near corner of the Shamrock zone, comes around far side for Adam Mahler. Mahler's one-timer, pad save from Gudridge. Shamrocks clear, down for Landon Fleming. Fleming resets behind Svedin, 30 seconds to play in the second period. Fleming waiting. Here comes Landon Fleming up the left side, passing for Chuck Owens. Owens is going to drop one down beyond the goal line. Sproul first to the puck. Sproul up off the wall. Adam Mahler on his knee to keep it in. Mahler now closing in right side into the corner. Adam Mahler Gets it into the slot. One-timer Jochums is blocked. Comes over on the right wing. A long shot floated in out wide left of the net. And time expires in the second period as the Watertown Shamrocks lead 4-2 in what has been a stunning turn of events. The Shamrocks with 3 goals in period number 2, which have been unanswered by the Toros. We'll step aside. Yes, we'll step aside, and we'll be back. Lauren Hill will be down by the ice. Okay.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Welcome back to Prairie Lakes Ice Arena here with the second intermission report brought to you by Four Bears Casino and Lodge. We'll send it on down to Lauren Hill, who's down by the ice. Well. All right. Well, apologies there. So we'll stay with you here for the Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report. What a second period it was for the Watertown Shamrocks, as the Shamrocks outscored the Toros 3-0 in the period, as they now lead 4-2. We will take a look at highlights from the game going back to the first period. It was the Toros that got on the board first. Jack O'Hanneson would pick up the goal, as O'Hanneson from point blank knew what to do with the puck. Toros took a 1-0 lead. Shamrocks had a response as it comes in on the power play. It's Joe Rice crashing on the back door. Rice is fed. Svedin can't get back over to recover. Made it a 1-1 game. Still in the first period, Noah Gibbs firing one in despite the defensive pressure for his first goal as a Toro. That made it 2-1. And from here, it's been all Shamrocks over the past 20 minutes. As, well, take two perhaps. All right. This was the first goal of the second period. Came from Cam Markham. Markham's one-timer, and Svedin never found the puck until it was by him. This goal short-handed for Spencer Sassenberry. Sassenberry rifled one in. That gave the Shamrocks a 3-2 lead. And then Grant Gardner would have the period's final goal. Masiewski's working in here. Comes through, and they gave it to Gardner, who was down by Lucas Svedin. So maybe Gardner got a tip on the puck to get it by Lucas Svedin, which would make sense because we don't see that type of play from Svedin very often. So Grant Gardner credited with the goal. Anton Masiewski's credited with the assist. And throughout that period, the Toros, multiple power play opportunities. They're now 0 for 3 on the First Western Bank and Trust power play tonight. The Shamrocks have been ultra aggressive on the penalty kill. They've sent 2-3 players out to the puck, and the Toros just haven't been able to settle down and set up in that 1-3-1 offense that you see them thrive upon on the power play. They have the best power play in the league coming into tonight's game, and the Shamrocks have one of the worst penalty kills. They're 26th on the penalty kill, but if you just watch tonight's game, you wouldn't know that. You might think it's flipped. We'll take a break here on the Forebears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. When we come back, scores around the NAHL. Stick around.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Welcome back to the Four Bears Casino and Lodge Intermission Report. I'm Evan Epstein, Ken Oda behind the scenes, Lauren Hill down by the rink as we're at the second intermission. The Watertown Shamrocks hold a 4-2 lead over the Minot Minotauros in a stunning change of events during the second period. As we take a look at scores around the NAHL, the Maryland Black Bears hold a 2-0 lead over the Elmira Aviators. That's a final. Black Bears picked up the win there. Northeast Generals a 6-4 victory over the Philadelphia Rebels. New Jersey Titans took down the Danbury Hat-Tricks 4-2. Maine Nordiques hold a 2-1 lead over the Johnston Tomahawks. The Rochester Junior Americans up 4-1 on the New Hampshire Mountain Kings. That's 10 minutes to go in the third period there. Into the Central Division, the St. Cloud Norsemen up 2-0 over the Minnesota Mallards. As that one is a game to watch. If Bismarck's score holds up, St. Cloud will move into fourth place and will edge out Aberdeen for the time being. Corpus Christi Ice Rays a 3-2 lead over the Oklahoma Warriors at the second intermission as well. Wisconsin Wendigo up 3-0 over the Springfield Junior Blues at the first intermission. The Anchorage Wolverines trailing the Chippewa Steel 1-0, third period about to begin there. Fairbanks Ice Dogs up 1-0 over the Janesville Jets, as that's at the first intermission. These might not. One moment here as we still have the Austin Bruins score as well as the Bismarck Bobcats score to get to. Austin has a 2-0 lead over the North Iowa Bulls, and the Bismarck Bobcats a 4-1 lead over the Aberdeen Wings, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play there. At the second intermission, the Minnesota Wilderness are tied up at 2 with the Kenai River Brown Bears. New Mexico Ice Wolves and Odessa Jackalopes tied up at 1 halfway through the second period. Lone Star Brahmas and El Paso Rhinos also tied at 1 at the first intermission. And the Colorado Grit hold a 1-0 lead over the Shreveport Mudbugs at the first intermission, as well as we take an updated look at the Four Bears over-unders for tonight's game. The first one was over-under 1.5 fighting majors. We've seen very little indication that that over is going to hit. We've seen a little bit of chippiness and a couple of big hits toward the end of that second period. But to this point, no fights so far. Unders looking pretty good there. Total Toros power play opportunities at over under 3.5. Toros have 3 so far this game, and there have been a couple more penalties that should have been called that weren't called. I would say the over's looking pretty safe. I think the Toros will likely have at least one more power play opportunity throughout this game. And finally, over under 35.5 shots on goal. Toros currently sitting at 21 shots on goal. They're going to need a big third period if they want that over to hit, but more than anything, they're going to need a big third period if they want to take this game back from the Watertown Shamrocks. Shamrocks holds a 4-2 lead over the Toros. Toros trying to extend their win streak to 14 games as we now pay off the McDonald's Toros trivia. The question was which Watertown Shamrock holds the record for penalty minutes in a game against the Toros. Carter Spruill, Zach Boren, William Shepard, or Luke Gallo. Ken, are we answering it now or are we waiting till the post game? All right, well, we will answer that one for you later in this game. Make sure you get your guess in the Toros app. And so that will do it for the Four Bears Casino and Lodge intermission report. Toros trailing the Shamrocks 4-2, entering the final 20 minutes of play. We'll send you out to commercial when we come back. The final 20 minutes will decide it between the Watertown Shamrocks and the Minot Minotauros. Stay tuned.
Historically coming, she went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
which is
red
way
flag.
Weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires, better tires, and the best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I'm the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. I remember just being so shocked and like so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget,
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The puck, the net, the crowd, the moment. A chance to make history. Just like that perfect play, we're here to help you win at your financial game. At Great River Federal Credit Union, we offer competitive rates and innovative technology designed to empower you to achieve your goals. Become a member of Great River and score a $100 bonus when you use promo code Hockey100. Visit greatriverfcu.org/Hockey100 for details and open your account. Member NCUA.
Hello all and welcome back to Prairie Lakes Ice Arena here in Watertown, South Dakota. The Toros trailing the Shamrocks 4-2, entering the final 20 minutes of play after the Shamrocks with a 3-goal outburst in the second. Head coach Cody Campbell likely had some choice words in the locker room. We'll see if that makes an impact and if the Toros come out with some energy to begin the third period. Once again, it's the starting lines out on the ice for both sides. Sazenberry's line for the Shamrocks. Jesse Yahala's line for the Toros, alongside Adam Mahler and Landon Fleming on defense. Shamrocks win the faceoff and quickly dump it in. Svedin out to greet the puck, but it was dumped in from beyond the center line, which means icing is called just 5 seconds into the period. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. So they'll bring the puck, well, maybe that's not what was called. Ken, any idea? A shrug of the shoulders. Yeah, well, the drop is coming in the Toros
It
zone.
was called an icing, but they've waved it off, so they're bringing it back to where the puck was when the whistle went.
That would indeed add up, as the indication was icing, but now the drop is coming back to the left of Lucas Svedin. Tied up in the skates of Sazenberry, takes a shot kick save from Svedin, comes out near side on the half wall as the Toros are able to chip it out of the zone. Shamrocks take it back, sweep it across for Shepard. Shepard looking for Sazenberry, finds Ohanesen instead. Toros have it in their own zone. Long pass up into the neutral ice for Jack Ohanesen. Ohanesen enters, floats one in just wide right of the net. Billy Batten up to Fleming. Fleming's long shot hit off a couple of skates. Far corner, back down for Ohanesen. Ohanesen can't get to the puck. Billy Batten going to chase it down now as 4 players are tied up behind the goal of Mason Gudridge, and it's chipped out near side. Yahala shovels it back down looking for Batten. Batten couldn't handle it. Shepard leaves it down near corner. Yahala pressed up. Batten takes the puck. Billy Batten goal line. Batten had his pocket picked. Still behind the goal as neither side has had control of the puck. Sazenberry up to Lafleur. Lafleur taking a couple of swipes as it's tied up in the skates. Toros able to sweep it back around behind Mason Gudridge. Visnapu is there, but Jochums bodies out Visnapu. Puck goes to the far corner and now comes right back around near side. Visnapu up off the boards, and that one gets by Jordan Gibbs. Toros will go chase the puck down icing called with 18 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the third period. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. So the Toros will have a drop now to the left of Gudridge as John Small's unit is now on the ice, and not a bad shift to start the final frame from Yahala, Batten, and Ohanneson. Couple of shots. Good possession time in the Shamrock zone. We'll see if Small's line can do the same. Spencer shoveled one out, but Middendorf didn't see the puck. Goes out to the neutral ice where the Toros will dump it in. Shepard behind the net. Can't get to it. John Small is pressed up. Ian Spencer takes the puck. Spencer trying to walk in. Poked away. Gudridge couldn't fall on it. And Brant Doobie clears the zone for the Shamrocks. Goes back into the Toro zone. Jordan Gibbs first to it. Gets it to Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf across as the Toros will take it into the neutral ice. Brant Doobie is going to sweep it all the way down the ice once again. Icing is called yet again, this time with 17 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the third period. Icing is brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. As the Shamrocks, with the 2-goal lead, look very content to continue to ice the puck and continue to play defensively and try and clear the zone. We'll see if that pays off. So Small's unit has exited the ice. Now it's Chuck Owens and his line out for the Toros. Gibbs had a goal earlier in the game as the Shamrocks get it off the draw, quickly clear it, chop back into the neutral ice, goes into the Toro zone, and the Shamrocks will now take it back. Shamrocks long pass up as they enter the Toro zone. Grant Gardner fires one in on net, and Lucas Vadine snares that one with 17:41 to play. As we'll take a look at some final social media check-ins. Thompson's checking in from Florida. Ann and Lauren Spencer watching in New Lenox. The Neubauers checking in. As play resumes, Adam Mahler resets in the Toro zone. Mahler gets it back as the Toros will come out on the control breakout. Shamrocks not applying much pressure there. Comes into the neutral ice, and Visnapu is able to sweep it around the boards. Svedin out to get the puck, gets it to Landon Fleming. Fleming couldn't control it. Now he takes it back and shovels one up for Braden Jockums. Jockums gets around his defender, takes a shot, kick save from Gudridge. Noah Gibbs turning, firing off the skates of Chartier. Comes around for Chuck Owens. Owens through his legs in the slot. Owens takes it back out to the wall. Owens looking up to the left point for Fleming. Fleming wasn't quite there. Puck goes back down into the Toro zone. Fleming leaves it up in the far corner for Jordan Gibbs. And now Gibbs will begin his charge up the ice. Gibbs into the neutral ice, now enters the Shamrock zone. Gibbs down into the far corner. Pressed up as the Shamrocks come away with the puck momentarily. It's knocked free at the goal line. Jack Edwards to it. Edwards behind the net. Edwards into the slot looking for Sabulis. Boren took it away, quickly gave it to Markham. Goes up into the air. Newman puts it down. Newman wraps it around the boards. Shepard leaves it down in the near corner. Hit up into Newman. Doobie takes it, and Doobie floats one up into the air. Gibbs going to race it down. Cam Markham trying to get there. Markham not in time as icing is called with 16 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the third period. As the Shamrocks have seemingly been playing float the puck down the ice and just continue to ice the puck, as they have a 2-goal lead and can now start to play defensively. Drop coming to the right of Gudridge. Yahala wins it back to Ohanneson. Ohanneson gets it up to Kevin Perreault. Perreault knocks it around the boards. Batten has it. Batten lets it go into the near corner. Carter Sproul clears the zone for the Shamrocks. Far side in the neutral ice. Markham couldn't get to the puck. He was looking for a body. Sproul now chips it up from the Shamrock zone into the neutral ice. Lafleur enters the Toros zone and finally has some space. Lafleur behind the net. Travis Lafleur around the world leaves it down behind the cage of Svedin. Pass in front, shot, saved by Svedin from point blank. The Shamrocks had yet another opportunity. Ohannesson knocks it down beyond the goal line. Left off for Surgat. Surgat up the half wall for Lafleur, who passes across for William Shepard. Shepard enters the Toros zone, sweeps one in on net, and Svedin knocks it away with the stick. Shamrock's got a change, gives Toros time to reset. Puck comes off in the neutral ice and around as icing is called with 15 minutes to go in the third period. We'll take a look at that last save by Lucas Svedin as the Shamrocks had what has really been their only opportunity over these 5 minutes, but it was point blank, and that was Spencer Sassenberry again. Sassenberry had the shorthanded goal in the second period, which made it a 3-2 game. As that puck came straight back on Svedin, and Svedin forced to fall on the puck, and a little bit of a late hit coming. Was it Adam Mahler? Yeah, it was Adam Mahler. No call is going to be made as the officials give Mahler a little bit of a talking to, but not a penalty, as the Toros are going to change units, as are the Shamrocks. 14:57 to go in the third period. Shots on goal this game, 22-19 in favor of the Toros, but keep in mind the Toros outshot the Shamrocks 14-7 in the first period, and ever since that, the Shamrocks have really controlled this game. Zach Boren to take the drop for Watertown, and Boren, he initially won it, but the Toros get it back. Toros with space up into the neutral ice. Middendorf gets his stick on it as it comes around behind Gudridge. John Small takes it up on the half wall. Small drops to Mahler. Mahler is hit to the floor by Carter Sproul. Mahler slow to get up. Shamrocks coming the other way. Shot! Pads, or a blocker save from Svedin. Adam Mahler now back on his feet and will head to the bench as the Toros break out of the zone. Comes over for Connor Toohey. Toohey enters the Shamrock zone, floats one in on net, stick save. Puck bounces up off the glass and comes to the near corner. Middendorf takes it up the wall. Middendorf off the boards for Toohey. Toohey couldn't keep the puck. Chartier clears it up, gets it to Ryan Ginger. Ginger tied up on the half wall, but he manages to sweep it around before Middendorf takes over now for the Toros. Middendorf, working through two defenders, is finally bodied away from the puck. Visnapu off the wall, now a cross-ice pass for Ginger. Ginger across the blue line before Jordan Gibbs angles him away. Shamrock's got to change. Toros have time to take it up the ice. Shamrock's player hitting the ice, but he just tripped himself. Sassenberry and Gibbs fighting for the puck, comes around for Connor Toohey. Toohey shovels it back down beyond the goal of Svedin. Shamrocks laying off on the pressure as they have all period long. Toros flip it way up into the air as it hit the rafters once again with 13 minutes and 18, or hit the scoreboard, thank you, Ken, with 13 minutes and 18 seconds to go in period number 3. Yeah, let's take a look at the last save from Lucas Svedin. Looked to be Svedin just standing up into the puck. Or perhaps this is the chance right in front of Svedin, and Svedin is always in perfect positioning. Hubert Clark now right in front of the cage of Svedin. Clark able to get it up into the neutral ice. Toros got a stick on the puck. Icing is waved off. Justin Bartley up for Sproul. Sproul into the neutral ice, hands it off before he's hit. Delevka drops it down deep into the Toro zone. Ty James is there on the far side. Pass intercepted. Comes out to Shepard. Shepard from beyond the blue line floats one in on net. Svedin puts it down to play it as there was no pressure. Ohannesson got his stick on that one. Comes around far side for Baden. Yahala now beyond the goal line. Yahala taken down to the ice. Yahala lets it go down for Parker Newman. Up for Adam Mahler. Mahler's stick broke on the shot. Mahler skating back. Mahler pushing Grant Gardner away from the puck. Good defensive work from Adam Mahler even after he lost his stick. Yahala leaves it back in the Toros zone for Landon Fleming. Fleming skating by a defender. Fleming up into the neutral ice on the left side. Fleming left wing. Fleming takes it beyond the goal line. Centers a pass, but no one home for the Toros, looking for Parker Newman. Coming the other way, Cam Markham. And offside's going to be called against the Shamrocks. Offside's brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union. 11 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the third period. And while the Toros have controlled the puck for most of about the first 8 minutes and 6 seconds of the third period, they haven't had many dangerous opportunities, and the Shamrocks have done a very good job of continuing to clear the puck, continuing to get it out of their zone, even if it comes at the cost of icing at times. They're willing to take that sacrifice to continue to drain the clock. Couple more social media check-ins. Actually, no, that's all the social media check-ins, as we've got through them there. And you wonder what it takes for the Toros to finally break through in the third period after having gone scoreless for about the past 30 minutes. Drop in the neutral ice after the offsides from the Shamrocks. Comes back on the draw, swept down. Gudridge is out. Gudridge knocks it over to Bartley. Bartley looking up right side, finds Joe Rice. Rice flips it down into the corner, comes around behind Svedin. Perreault first to it. Perreault shovels it around the boards up near side. Shamrocks quickly sweep it right back around. Centering pass in for Chartier. Chartier takes it down once again. Chartier back to the puck, leaves it in the corner. No teammate to pick it up. And now they do crash, and Shamrocks take over once again. But that puck is tipped out of the zone and then flipped in by Parker Newman as Justin Bartley crashed into his own net, and then Leo Sabulis flipped a puck back into Bartley, and the Shamrocks did not like that. Owen Chartier came over to have some words. Sabulis didn't really do much of anything right there. The play was already over, and yes, he kind of flipped the puck into him, but
adding to it here, Watertown, Evan, won't be allowed to change as they knocked their own net off, so it's treated like an icing.
And so that will force Chartier to stay out on the ice after the altercation with Sabulis. Toros now get the Jockham's line on the ice as they'll drop it near side in the Shamrock zone. Chuck Owens and Joe Rice facing off. Rice wins it straight back cleanly, but Chuck Owens quickly there gets it to Jockham's. Jockham's takes it far side, pass up right side, blocked by Joe Rice, and that block got the puck all the way down the ice as now the Shamrocks are able to make some changes. Adam Mahler behind the goal line in the Toros zone. Mahler a pass up. Toros enter the Shamrock zone. Shepard tries to put it down. It was coming in on net, knocked it out to the side. Jockham's a long shot, and Gudridge is able to squeeze it in as now Chuck Owens, William Shepard, and Owen Chartier are tied up. Noah Gibbs, or not Chartier, Alexander Visnapu. Gibbs gave a little shove there as we're finally starting to see the chippiness, or a little bit of the chippiness that we saw from the last time we were here. Definitely not to the extent of 7 fighting majors and 5 ejections. And this time it's maybe the Toros that are frustrated being in the deficit that they are. Sergat gets it up. A long shot comes through traffic, deflected out wide right. Sazenberry to it. Sazenberry able to get it into the neutral ice. Tui takes it back for the Toros. Tui back into neutral for Yahala, and Yahala shovels one into the crowd. Hopefully everyone's all right. Well, they're more than all right. They're happy they got a puck. So, given where Yahala was, they're going to drop this right on the logo with 10 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the third. Jesse Yahala was player of the game for Team Black Select and Top Prospects on Monday, as that one's set down into the far corner for icing. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Not a wise move there from the Toros beyond the center line. Perhaps just didn't know where they were on the ice and chose to send one down, as icing takes the puck now down into the Toros' end. And Carter Sproul called off the draw. Zach Boren comes in to take it for the Shamrocks. Boren gets it back, and that one is swept into the far corner. Left on the half wall, Sproul fighting for the puck. Toros take it away. Shamrocks back at the puck as the Toros try to clear the zone, and they do, sweeping it out off the boards. Zach Boren was able to knock it right back in. Svedin gives it to Tui, and Tui will skate up the ice, gives it to Yahala. Yahala left side in the neutral ice. Yahala shot up off the glass. Sproul retrieves. Sproul lets it go down around the boards. Svedin out to get it once again. Svedin around for Billy Batten. Svedin had his eyes up, saw Batten had space. Batten quickly across the blue line of the Toros zone as now the Toros dump it in. Shepard down to get the puck. Toros getting a change. Visnapu up for McKish. McKish left side. McKish floats one down. Svedin put his stick on it, didn't play it, but nonetheless Hubert Clark is there. Clark up near side all the way down the ice, and icing is called once again against the Toros with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third period. Icing brought to you Minot's Finest Collision Center. And Ken, if you want to come in here, I mean, the Toros have really struggled to get any opportunities going. What have you seen?
Mostly it's been a Watertown team this period that's just sitting back and basically playing a trap, not letting the Toros get up ice cleanly, which a team that hasn't won a ton playing with a third period lead, that makes sense.
And it seems to be working so far. Landon Fleming around traffic side. Shot saved from Gudridge. Spencer now pressured as the Shamrocks take it out of the zone, but they're going to be called for offsides as Owen Chartier was across the blue line before the puck was. So the drop will come back out into the neutral ice with 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go. And as Ken just said, I mean, you're up 2 goals on a team that's on a 13-game winning streak, a team that's been playing the best hockey in the NAHL in 2025. Why don't you just sit down and fire it in, just as William Shepard did there? Svedin has it. Svedin up the far side looking for Gibbs. Instead, it's Shepard who gets one in on net. Kick save from Svedin goes up and out of play with 8 minutes and 47 seconds to play in period number 3. And what the Shamrocks have also done is they've played a much cleaner third period. There's been not much in the way that could have even come close to sending them to the penalty box to begin the third, despite a little bit of a scrappy first 40 minutes and even some missed calls. Shamrocks unable to keep it in at the top of the zone. Noah Gibbs out to the boards, and then Gibbs' stick got up into the face of Shepard. Gibbs comes down, takes the puck in the corner, gets it up for Landon Fleming. Fleming across, comes to Mahler. Mahler near side, shot wide right, and Fleming wasn't up at the point to keep it in. Jockums chases it down. Braden Jockums coming up around now in the Toros zone. Shamrocks laying off on the pressure once again. Adam Mahler up the ice, enters the Shamrock zone. Save from Gudridge. Owens takes it. Owens near side. Owens trying to turn away from Brant Doobie, but Doobie with some good stick work there gets it to Sproul. Sproul pressed up by Sabulis. Sabulis takes it in the corner. Sabulis is held up. Now Parker Newman fighting for the puck in the corner. Sproul skates away with it. Sproul into the slot for Visnapu. Visnapu, long pass up as the Shamrocks get it into the Toros zone. Possibly numbers for the Toros, but they choose instead to chip it off the board. Shamrocks turn it the other way. Sproul up for Boren. Boren, center of the ice, floats it down into the far corner. Boren and Perreault jammed up. Toros take it back. Up the ice with space is Clark. Clark a pass across for Sabulis. Sabulis sends it down near corner. Newman lost his stick. Newman gets his stick back. The puck was right on his skates, but he couldn't get his stick back in time. Surgat has it. Surgat floats it down beyond the goal of Gudridge. Bartley up off the glass. Got by Batten, and Elliot McKish takes it now. McKish across the blue line, left side. McKish sweeps one in on net. Svedin makes the save. And the Toros come the other way. Just 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. Up into the neutral ice. Shamrocks getting a change in. Connor Toohey. Toohey across the center line, floats one in on net. Gudridge gets the stick on it and sweeps it back behind. Billy Batten's there to take it for the Toros. Batten passing inside. Yahala couldn't get a clean shot off. Lafleur skids the other way. Lafleur sends one in on net, and Svedin is forced to hold on to that one with 6 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the third period. And this has not looked pretty for the Toros.
Toros at times getting a little too cute. I thought Billy Batten could have drove the goal line and got something towards the net. Instead tried to lay it back for Yahala. And Yahala had a man on him right away. Didn't even get a shot on goal. Whereas if Batten drives the net, maybe creates some chaos and the Toros can take advantage.
And at that point, from that close, you're just looking for a rebound into the slot. You're looking kind of for your teammates to come pick up the puck. And I think that's been one of the strong points of that Yahala, Batten, and Ohanesen line is they feed each other so well, not just in passing, but they know how to create rebounds, and they know where their teammates are going to be on the ice and where they want the rebound to go to.
Yeah, just 6 shots on goal this period for the Toros, who came into the period trailing by a pair. That's just simply not enough.
Without a doubt. And
passing up shooting opportunities to try and get an even better look as well. That's part of why it's only 6 shots on goal. Toros in this final 6:25 need to put everything on net.
6:25 to go. Drop comes in the Toros zone. Shamrocks control it. Bartley will take the long shot. Comes into the slot. Another shot. Saved by Svedin. Toros able to take it now. It's Billy Batten. Batten gets one down beyond the goal line. Ohanesen to chase it down. Doobie takes it away. Doobie up the glass into the neutral ice. Adam Mahler went through his legs. Mahler to chase it down. Markham applying pressure. Mahler now sits down. Comes out for Ohanesen. Ohanesen a pass across. Back to Ohanesen. Ohanesen neutral ice. Takes it up left side. Ohanesen trying to drive in on net. Gets a shot in on Gudridge. And beautiful stick work from Jack Ohanesen. Trying to do it all by himself, but Mason Gudridge was barely able to cover the near post. We take a look at the replay here. Ohanesen able to turn the corner after what seemed to be a hesitation move. John Small and Spencer Sassenberry in the circle to the right of Mason Gudridge. Small called off and didn't like that he was, so Spencer comes in. Spencer gets it back, quick shot, goes up into the air. Where's the puck? Bounces down at the far half wall. And the Shamrocks clear off the confusion. McKish dumps it deep into the Toros zone. Jordan Gibbs leaves it, now sweeps it up far side. Toros with some space, a pass across for Jordan Gibbs. Gibbs center of the ice. Gibbs lost the handle, and Chartier's able to clear the puck. Perreault all alone in the Toros zone. 5:23 to play in the third period. Perreault able to dump it in. Perreault to chase down his own puck. Kevin Perreault looking for help as Visnapu is able to knock it off the boards and clears once again, delayed offsides. Gives the Shamrocks time to get the puck down the ice. It's Jordan Gibbs in the near corner of the Toros zone. Comes to Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf, a pass across John Small. Small gets a shot in there on Gudridge, and Gudridge makes the save. And Ken, you talk about maybe looking for the easy shots, as John Small just saw a lane and decided why not.
Yeah, you look at Gudridge's numbers coming into play. He hasn't got a full game. He got a half a game against the Toros. 9 minutes against Aberdeen. His numbers weren't great in those appearances. He's looked pretty good tonight, just allowing 2 on 29. But at a certain point, you know he struggled to get pucks at him.
Owens gets it back to Jochums, but Jochums had his pocket picked by Cam Markham. Markham up the left side into the neutral ice, knocks it off the glass, and it comes around for Svedin. Svedin, a pass across far side, comes up to Jordan Gibbs in the neutral ice. Gibbs fires it around the boards. Sproul tries to clear, but Mahler kept it in with his skates. Around now for Doobie. Doobie comes up far side as Zach Boren chips it out. Jochums has it in the Toros zone as the Shamrocks continue to lay back in the neutral ice. Owens.
4 players across the blue line, across the defensive blue line for the Shamrocks when the puck is out of their zone.
I mean, this is about as defensive as it gets. Shepard from the center line sweeps one in on net. Svedin plays it for Connor Toohey. And as you see right here, the Shamrocks are kind of just walking in beyond the blue line, but not doing much more. Now Jack O'Hanneson dumps it in. Coming around is Jesse Yahala, but it's poked around to the far side by Travis Lafleur. Lafleur gets it to Shepard. Toohey swings it back in, but it went off the stick of the Shamrocks, and now Surgot clears. Looking up for McKish, poked free by Jack O'Hanneson. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this game. Empty net for the Toros. They'll have an extra skater out on the ice. Batten gets it down to the corner for Gavin Middendorf. Middendorf in the corner, comes up to the half wall. Lafleur all the way down the ice, just to the right of the Toros net. So icing is called with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Icing brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. And in my time with the Toros, well, there hasn't even been a situation for them to pull their goalie from the net. And Cody Campbell did so pretty early with about 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, but in a 2-goal deficit, that's kind of typical. John Small and Spencer Sazenberry in the circle to the right of Gudridge. Small able to get it straight back. Comes over for Adam Mahler. Mahler, shot goes off the skate of the Shamrocks. Comes up near side. Spencer has it at the point. Gets it in. High slot over Mahler. Shot blocked once again by Ryan Ginger. And it goes into the netting with 2 minutes and 58 seconds. And while the Toros were able to win that drop, that's been one of the struggles this game, has been the Shamrocks continuing to win the faceoffs. This time it'll come to the left of Gudridge. Just 178 seconds to play, and the Toros need 2. Small and Spencer work together, get it in for Middendorf, but Markham able to knock it out of the Shamrock zone. Mahler takes it back. Mahler up for Ian Spencer. Spencer gets it to Middendorf. Toros enter the Shamrock zone. Middendorf drops it back. Mahler one-timer tip. Spencer, and it's cleared by Bartley. Fleming has the top of the zone. Over to Mahler. Back to Fleming. Over to Mahler on the near half wall. Mahler looking inside. Mahler takes it down into the corner. Doobie trying to hack away at it. Beyond the goal line as it's floated down the ice. Spencer takes it back into the neutral ice. Spencer leaves it for Landon Fleming. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Fleming comes up the ice. Passing for Middendorf. Middendorf jammed up in the corner. Behind the goal line, comes back to the near corner for Braden Jochums. Jochums leaves to Middendorf. Middendorf Up to the near point, Ty James. James across the blue line for Spencer. Back up to James. James down to Small. Small in the corner. Centering pass. No one home. Jockums was there, but went off his stick. Spencer up to Ohanesen on the half wall. Over for Ty James. James, top of the zone. One-timer, took a deflection, and it went off the post. Back for Ty James. James over Jordan Gibbs. Back to James. James at the point. Spencer's one-timer, and it was blocked by Carter Sproul as the Shamrocks clear the zone. It got by Ty James, but icing is going to be called, which is going to keep the Shamrocks out on the ice with 1 minute and 23 seconds to play in the third period. The Shamrocks have been playing 5-on-6 for quite a while now, and as they have to get their men back on the ice, they have a lot of tired legs out there. Yahala's unit alongside Jordan Gibbs on the ice for the Toros. Gibbs the extra skater. Draw comes straight back to Fleming. Fleming off the glass, around to Yahala. Yahala near point for Adam Mahler. Gets it down to Yahala. Yahala skates in, shot, rebound in the slot, and it's cleared out to the corner. Shot off the mask of Mason Gudridge. 4 players tied up in the corner. Gibbs takes it away. Gibbs had it poked free by Shepard. Shepard sweeps it around the boards. LaFleur, now it's in for Boren, but Gibbs got in the way. Puck's going to go down into the Toro zone. Just 50 seconds to play. Mahler up for Yahala. Yahala into the neutral ice. Yahala enters the Shamrock zone, gives to Batten on the half wall. Batten's going to float it around the boards. Comes over for Surgat to Ginger. Gibbs got a stick on it, gets it to Yahala. Yahala tried a shot, didn't get much on it. A long shot comes in, and it's swept away out to the right side. Now the Shamrocks get a shot, but they weren't able to put it on target. They're first to the puck, and they get the empty netter. The Shamrocks beat the Toros down the ice after they cleared the puck, got back to it, and put it in to make it 5-2. And that looks to do it as the Shamrocks will snap the Toros' 13-game winning streak. There's the shot as Gudridge cleared it out to the far side. Puck comes all the way down the ice, and just a heads-up play there by the Shamrocks to beat the Toros down the ice, as we'll get you who scored that goal momentarily. 18 seconds to go now in the third period, but it's just a formality as the Toros dump it into the zone. Comes around behind the goal line. Edwards sweeps one through, went under the legs of Gudridge. A one-timer. Gudridge makes the save. 3 seconds to go. The horn sounds, and that will do it. The Watertown Shamrocks played a heck of a final 40 minutes, and they were able to upset the Toros. And it'll be interesting to see how the Toros come out tomorrow. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that the Toros have more talent than the Shamrocks, but what happened was, after the Toros took a 2-1 advantage in the first period, the Shamrocks capitalized on momentum. We'll go out to a commercial break, and we'll be back with the post-game show. Stick around.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength?
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
As long as you have the back of someone in the midst of an overdose, North Dakota's Good Samaritan Law has yours. Learn how to save a life at behavioralhealth.nd.gov.
Opioids. Fill with care.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union postgame show. The Watertown Shamrocks with a 5-2 victory over the Minot Minotauros, as the Shamrocks' 3 goals in the second period proved to be the difference, and then the only goal of that third period was the empty netter that sealed the deal. You look at that third period, the Shamrocks just sat back defensively, continued to clear the puck down the ice. Toros got 12 shots on goal to the Shamrocks 9. I mean, that margin is not near good enough in a 2-goal deficit. As we take a look at the highlights from the game, we'll start in the first period, and it was the Toros that got on the board. First puck comes behind the net. Toros get it out to Jack Ohanas and Jesse Yahala picking up the assist there. And then with the response, it would be Joe Rice on the power play. Carter Spruill had it in the corner. Spruill takes his time, finds Rice. Rice gets it by Svedin as Svedin couldn't recover. Then, as this was probably the highlight of the game for the Toros, Noah Gibbs firing in his first goal as a Toro gave the Toros a 2-1 lead heading into the first intermission. As we come into the second period now, this is where the Shamrocks got hot. Cam Markham's one-timer finds the back of the net. That tied the game up at 2. Now short-handed, it's Spencer Sazenberry on the 2-on-1. Sazenberry fires it up and over Lucas Svedin. That made it 3-2. And then, still in the second period, this is Masiewski's, floats one in, and we couldn't really tell if Grant Gardner got his stick on it or if Lucas Svedin just barely misplayed it, but nonetheless, that made it 4-2. Shamrocks beat the Toros down the ice on the empty net and make it 5-2. And that's how this game ends, 5-2 in favor of the Watertown Shamrocks. So you look around the division, and if Bismarck managed to hold on, the Austin Bruins did hold on to beat the North Iowa Bulls. So that'll put the Bruins even with the Toros in terms of points, and they've played one less game. So it's advantage Bruins there. Bobcats hold a 4-1 lead on the Aberdeen Wings. So it does seem as if the Toros will shift from first to third after a loss in Watertown. as it's time to pay off the Four Bears Casino and Lodge over-unders. We had under 1.5 fighting majors as no fights really broke out. Got a little bit chippy late, but nothing like the last game. Toros did not get a power play opportunity in the third period, so that went under 3.5. Total Toro shots on goals, they had 32, had 12 in the third period. That went under, which means there's a... And Franklin Booker is the winner of the Toros, or of the Four Bears Sportsbook over-under, so he can pick up a stay-and-play package at... Where can he pick it up, Ken? He can pick it up at the merch stand at the next home game. Also time to take a look at the McDonald's Toros trivia. It was William Shepard who had 49 penalty minutes the last time the Toros were here in Watertown. So William Shepard was the right answer, and our winner there is Tierra Conray, winning the McDonald's Toros trivia. Well, given that we had 3 unders, I thought Kobe Brault had a pretty good crack at winning the Fours Bears over-unders. But nonetheless, that will do it for us here at the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena in Watertown, South Dakota. The Shamrocks upset the Toros 5-2. For Lauren Hill, Ken Oda, I'm Evan Epstein, wishing you a good night from Watertown, South Dakota. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central. Puck drop from the same place, Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.